my goal is to try to get people who can't understand where we're coming from, where you see what's going on in the world right now. I panicked a little bit.
Hey man, it brings back the old days. But
I was always ready to go. Like, oh, anytime you show up to the party with this, it better be drinkable.
Oh, you know, I want to tell a story of like because we're talking about our childhoods, right?
Mm.
And I think that, like you said, when you go too far with your brother, it's like it's known because like it's very physical.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're fighting, and then unfortunately, me and my brother are prone to bloody noses.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just what happens. Like,
Yeah.
You get hit in the nose, there's gonna be blood.
Right.
Like
right.
no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. So like we went through this whole, like, we grew up that way. Like we fight, and my brother had a temper. Like he's nice now. Like you know him.
Yeah.
He's nice, friendly, but temper like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was a bully.
Yeah.
So like
Just real quick, is he older than you? Or
he's younger than me.
Okay.
He's 2 years younger than me. But I was kind of like that bully, you know. So I would pick on him, and we would fight, and we would fist fight, and it was like we would get crazy. Like we'd tear whatever clothes you had on.
They were done.
They were fucking done. Like I'm fucking. If you're choking me, I'm tearing your shirt. Like like we're fighting. Like bloody nose, and it always seemed worse than what it was, right?
Right.
And we always thought we were cool.
Yeah.
Because we would be very physical and all this. And the moment I realized that my mom was a fucking like she still ran the house. I swear, I think I was like in 9th grade. Again. I think I was in 9th grade. My mom and me and my brother were fighting over the video game. I had one of my friends over. I told him like fuck off. And he came in, we started fighting. My mom literally ripped my door off the hinge.
Oh shit.
Just fucking tore. She was like yelling and just fucking yanking at the door. And the door she just broke the door off the hinge.
Wow.
And she's like, you see what you motherfuckers are doing? Like, you see what you guys are fucking making me do?
Right.
And I was like, oh, we were fighting.
Yeah.
But you're mad.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Okay, like you still like are gonna fucking like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You know,
You're still running.
We've gone too far.
You're still running this shit.
We've gone way too far.
Yeah.
You want to play next?
Right.
Yeah.
You want to be player one?
She didn't replace my door
No.
for weeks. Imagine being in 9th grade, couldn't masturbate in silence.
It's
It's
taking
hard.
really long showers.
Yeah, exactly. Her water bill went up. Joke's on her. You know? But yeah, I mean, what am I?
Take
what
that,
do?
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So recently, man, I was talking to my stepbrother, and he tells me something. He goes, "Yeah, I remember when you burned me," and I was like, "I didn't fucking burn you. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Nah, yeah, man, you did. You took a butter knife and you heated it up on the fucking stove, dude, and then you put it on my arm." And I was like,
Fucking kids.
and like literally, and like honestly, don't even remember it. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
But he's telling me, he's like, "Yeah, dude, you used to lose your shit, dude." He's like, "You used to throw fucking chairs at me and shit." And I was
Wow.
like, yeah, I probably did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just like, fuck that, dude. I don't know. Like,
There's kids, man.
and the burning them, like, I don't think it was like, I thought it'd be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like,
realizing you're gonna
like
scar
I'm gonna actually
him.
burn him
Yeah.
forever. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And yeah,
He's got a scar still.
He still
Probably?
has a scar, yeah. And yeah, man. But like, I mean, we'd fight. Like, hey, man, like I remember one day, dude, like we were trying to like rush to get in the front seat of the car.
Yeah.
And I beat him, and he was like, "No, fuck that, whatever." And then he punched me in the fucking face and ran away. And I remember just being so mad that he ran. You know what I mean? I was just like, ah. When I get up to him, I'm trying to fight him and shit. My dad like picks me up. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't know, I'm mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually like, cause my dad had to work, and you know, his mom had to work, and so it would just be us there, and like, man, we'd lose our shit, dude.
Yeah.
And then I remember we went to Vegas once, man. We go to Vegas, and so my parents are like, "Hey, you know, like the kids, you guys go off on your own a little bit.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Be back at this time. Meet us all here."
Okay.
Right. And so we're all like, circus. You know what I mean? This is way back, not these days.
No.
But so we're like, let's go to circus. And we're walking in casinos, right? So we're kids and we don't know how to navigate a casino.
Yeah.
Stay off the carpet.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to find the roller coasters and
Right.
shit. Like, I'm like, where's this? Fuck these slot machines. These are dumb, you know?
Yeah.
Where's the dome?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And we couldn't find it. And so like, I'm trying to read the signs and I tell them like, hey man, it's over here. They're like, no, you're wrong. And I'm like, fuck you guys then. So I go off on my own. I find it. I get to this fucking amusement park and I'm like, oh my God, I found it. And I'm like, I can't even do anything because they're not here. I got to go find them and tell them where it is. And then I realize you're alone.
Yeah.
You are totally alone in Las Vegas. And I spent the rest of the time trying to find them. I couldn't find them. I realized, fuck, the time to meet my parents is, we're already there.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are. I got to head back. I get there. They're there. Right? My parents are fucking pissed, dude. Like,
Because you were late?
because I was late and they show up without me.
Oh, right.
So they're like my dad. I was telling my dad about it the other day. Me and Erica were over there and we're talking to him, and then my dad was like, I knew you'd be okay,
Yeah.
but like I did get a little worried. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Why do we let him go by himself? And he's like, you know how many times like we've done that? Like we had amusement parks and stuff that like you guys stick together.
Yeah.
And they know us like we're not the kind of kids that like you're gonna abduct one of us and no one's gonna fucking we're gonna lose our shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that happened. But that one more thing I'll say. One time I was walking home and we were kids, and so we see a cop coming down the street, and I thought like, oh, I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna jump over this wall. Don't know why. It seems so stupid today. You know what I mean? But I do so. The cop pulls over. And like I didn't jump on the wall, but he pulls over, he gets out, and comes to me, and we're a group walking home from the bus stop. And he goes, "What'd you throw over the wall?" And I was like, "I didn't throw anything," you know. He tells all the other kids, "Get out of here. All you guys leave." Everyone leaves except my stepbrother. And he's like, "Hell no. Why? Why do I have to leave?
Yeah.
No, I'm not leaving him."
Yeah.
And the cop's like, "Get out." He starts to grabbing on his gun. We're fucking ninth grade, dude.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Get out of here." And I'm like, so now I'm kind of like, holy shit. Like, what is going on? But nah, he won't leave. So the cop's like, I'm going to go to that house. And if I find that you threw something. And now I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, you ain't going to find nothing. You know what I mean? Whatever. Yeah, like, I didn't do anything. Why are you doing this to me? He leaves. Finally he leaves, whatever, man. We go back. And I remember my friend's mom coming to me like, yeah, you know how wrong that is? Like, that's wrong. Like, he should not have done that. Like, he gonna ask you something or whatever, but I'm telling you, like, yeah, he, like, grabbed his gun. Like, you know, very intimidating, too. And I was like, oh, shit. The point I'm just trying to make is, although, man, I'm burning his fucking hand and all of this stuff, you know what I mean? But, like, the point is, like, we weren't, like, that wasn't how we are gonna get down. Like, nah, you ain't fucking with him.
Together. Yeah.
Shout out to your stepbrother.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother and I, like my brothers, I should say, and I, we never really, I mean, we fought with each other and stuff, but it was always just like wrestling and kind of little shit. The only like fist fight that I ever got in was with my brother Zach, and he's 2 years younger than me, and he like beat my ass, and and I just remember, I don't remember how old we were. But I just remember, like, you know, you're the older brother, like you should be able to whoop on your younger brothers. But I was so fucking mad, and I just like saw red. I just threw this crazy fucking haymaker swing. He saw it coming from a mile away. So he just kind of stepped out of the way. And when I was like recovering from the swing, he just fucking popped me right in the face. And it only took that one punch. And I was so mad. I just fucking turned around and left. And like, and so like, cause most of the time we never fought each other. We were always fighting other people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even still, like, it just made me respect him more. And there was plenty of other times where, you know, I kind of beat on him a little, but the one like real fist fight we ever got in, like he fucking knocked me pretty good. And so, like, you know, just I feel like those kinds of things just make you closer, you know what I mean, as brothers.
Yeah, and I will say this right now. To this day, Robert, I will mop you up. But one of the last people on earth I want to fight is my brother.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And not because he's my brother.
Yeah.
But because he's a fucking savage motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and
same with mine.
He'll tell me some random shit. I'm like,
yeah.
Didn't you have a good night Saturday? He's like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
He's like, he's very, you can't disrespect him.
Mm-hmm.
If you disrespect my brother, he will fucking flip. Like, which is fine. He grew up that way, right?
Well, fair enough, though.
And I respect it.
Yeah.
Like, and here's what I learned about my brother. Before he turned 18, me and him butted heads every fucking all over the
time.
place.
Yeah.
He turned 18. He felt like a man. all of a sudden everything was good.
Yeah.
Like we get along so good. We have never even disrespected each other since he turned 18.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so it's like you get into fights with your brothers, or you kind of had those experiences, but it's like I'll never fight my brother like I did before.
No,
and to this day I never.
And that comes
even
with
to this
maturity
day.
too. Yeah.
And on top of that, like you said, and we're the same age.
Yeah.
And we got brothers probably similar age.
Yeah.
Probably born in 92 maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yep.
So best friends?
Like
Sorry,
me.
Ken.
Yep.
Yeah. No, he's born in 96.
96. Yeah.
Yeah. So a
Close.
little
You're
older
close.
than you.
Yeah.
A little
yeah.
older than you.
Yeah.
But it's like the thing is, like, we have brothers that are younger, and like I can't imagine even to this day if my brother was mad at me, I wouldn't swing on him.
No.
Never.
And same.
I never
like,
would.
Yeah.
Like younger me,
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
100% would
Yeah.
fucking.
And I think
Throw some.
that's just like the teenage hormones and like all the other bullshit that goes along with being that age. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I think it's a maturity thing. And nowadays, yeah, like you said, I could never imagine swinging on him, and I don't think he would ever like swing on me. You know, we get mad at each other and fucking cuss each other out. And we get in our cars, and you know, I'd get in my nicer car and we drive away. But that would be the end of it.
Life will balance that out.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's like, okay, I hear all
I'm
of that.
kidding, Zach. I love you.
And like, I'm a little bit of a dick. Like, if you guys don't know me, like I tend to be, for whatever reason, and I never mean the shit I'm saying. Usually, it's just like, I don't know, I just kind of how I am. But
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and so I was sitting there with my stepbrother and his girl, and I was kind of like, and like even in the moment, I was like, God, you're being such a fucking dick. Like everything that they're talking about, I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking lame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's like being funny in the moment.
Yeah.
But then, but you know, basically what I'm trying to get at is like, okay, I'm doing all of that, and then I realize it, and I'm like, all right, man, like, chill out. Just chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, what are you doing? But it never even phased him. Like, he
Yeah.
never even act like, yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit. I would have. If it would have been the other way, I'd have been like, man, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Get off my back.
He's probably used to it.
Maybe, but right. But I just think, man, he's just like a happier person. You know what I mean? Like, just, and like, a lot of times I'm not, you know, like a lot of times, like, I'm just like, I don't know, fuck off, dude. And I want to bring, it's so, I'm starting to realize that a little bit, but I wanted to say though, we were talking about like fighting them at older or whatever, and like so like he has 2 kids, my sister has a kid, and so usually when they're all at the house, my parents' house, like I like to like fucking fight with the kids and shit, like, and they're all chasing me around and like you stink, you skunk, you know what I mean? Like they're chasing me and they're doing this shit.
Pep
I'm
in
like,
the pew.
yeah, and I'm like, you know, yeah, God damn. But yeah, so you know, I'm doing that or whatever, and then my sister usually will get in, and you know what I mean, then like that, and I'll push my sister on top of all of them, like yeah, everybody, and then so like I kept taking my brother's kids' shoes, and both of his shoes too.
You got a shoe addiction.
Because he has some Jordan 13s, and I was like, you son of a bitch, you know. So I took him, and he comes, dude, he's like, give me the shoes back. And I was like, shut up. You know what I mean? And he don't say nothing after that.
Yeah.
I'm playing with the kids. He comes up behind me and just like, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And just grabs my arms and he's like, get him. And I was like, I can't. This motherfucker got me. And I was so mad about it. Like, I wouldn't say it then or anything, but like just in the sense of saying it.
You're all timeout.
Yeah, I was like, no, you fucking cheated.
You got me by surprise.
Let's do this for real. You know what I mean? Like it's like it took me back to that, but obviously to the point that you're making, nothing was ever gonna come of that. Like I didn't like it because I was like, oh god, dude.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no man likes to be manhandled. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't go. He manhandled me, Travis.
Yeah, no, I think you're just upset about it, but that's exactly what happened.
That's the definition.
That's
of
exactly what happened.
No,
You don't want to admit it, but that's exactly what happened.
Nope.
That's the definition of manhandle.
All I'm saying is
That
next time I
man
see him,
handled you.
next time I see him,
A man handle.
that shit has to go down. Dude, I'm like, no, me and you, motherfucker, right now.
He just swings on him.
Yeah.
Punch him,
No
you
warning, no
motherfucker.
nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, how you
Yeah.
doing?
He's like. My friends told me you manhandled me.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, while he's on the ground, I'm like, yeah. Well, I didn't
That's
see you
not
coming
okay.
either. Okay,
Who got manhandled now?
I'm gonna report this shit. Okay, everybody needs to know. No, yeah, but yeah, and to be fair, man, throughout the years, I've done some shit. I remember throwing a rock once. This motherfucker's on the skateboard, and I threw a rock. Like I used to throw rocks too, and it bounces on the ground. and just hits him right in the fucking knee, dude, like hard. And he was like bent over on the skateboard, like bent down.
Yeah.
So it hit like while he's bent, like fucking prime time. You know what I'm saying?
Right on the patella.
And he's just down.
Mm.
And I remember just thinking too, like, fucking right. So bad.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
But first, I have another question you just brought to my attention. Does it make you feel bad that you haven't thrown anything in a while? Like you used to throw rocks.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
also throw rocks.
Yeah.
Does it not make you feel weird that you don't throw shit the way?
I feel
look at
No, I feel like
watch the YouTube.
Yeah. Chuck that shit.
Chuck something. Everybody grabs something and chuck it.
There's nothing else cool to throw. Like, I can't smoke. I can't throw smoking hot Stephanie's calculator.
Don't smoke the calculator.
Yeah.
Liberating.
Oh my god, that felt so good.
No, but you know what's funny? It's okay. Like, and I probably shouldn't say this, but like at work sometimes I'd just grab like a handful of paper clips and try to send those, and I'll just fucking throw them. And they were like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah, I get that energy out sometimes when we go golfing, because what we'll do is like there's a specific course and I don't want to say it's Shannon Hills golf course, and there's a hole that runs right along the train tracks, and so if we're golfing and there's a train coming, we'll fucking grab a range ball or something and we'll fucking tee off into that train, and we're just trying to hit the train with the golf ball. But you know, sometimes we miss and it ends up on the freeway. So if you got a broken windshield, it's probably from us.
Yeah, it was too.
when I was in high school, I remember we had like auto shop, right?
Yeah.
And I remember one day we had a fucking substitute teacher. Fucking, I look over at across the room and I know a guy and I'm like, fuck it. I like break a pencil, fucking throw it at him. He throws something back, but it hits somebody else. So now they're in it. And they throw it back and hit somebody else. And before you know it, there's a full on. We were just fucking throwing shit left and right. I think I got kicked out of class. And I was like, worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. Just shit like, but yeah, I don't know. You know, like I do. I feel like I still like find something to do now like that, you know, like.
But you don't.
There's that
Well, no, like, okay,
there's that
let me
primal
say
energy.
this.
You
I
gotta
have-
express it somehow.
I have Nerf guns at my house. There's no kids there.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
fucking kids there.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy I live with, man, he's like, oh yeah, you know, like we'll get for the kid, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
he has a kid. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
man.
for the kid.
Yeah, sure. I don't think he's ever fucking played with those things.
Yeah.
Just literally, that's all we do. My friends come over, and I'm like, one day, fucking Erica comes over, and she grabs this to start shooting me, and I was like, what a blast! But man,
Oh,
my boy Carlos comes over, man, and like he grabs it. And I was like, you motherfucker, right? And I'm like, I got to get to the other one.
Yeah.
And I do all of this like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible shit to get to it. We were literally like ducking behind the thing, jumping over the couch and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I do shit like that. You know,
Right.
it's a blast. I don't know. It's just fucking around.
Have you heard of the bug assault? It's like a
that
plastic
salt sprayer.
It's like
Yeah.
a plastic shotgun, and so you just put regular table salt in it, and when you cock it, it uses air pressure, and then it takes like a little bit of that table salt and blasts it out like a shotgun blast, and it's meant to like shoot flies out of your house, and it has pretty fucking good range.
Yeah.
Like I can hit a fly like on the ceiling like from across the room. And so that's my way of taking it out. I don't have any
Totally gonna
Nerf
get one.
guns, but I use that shit all the time. I'm constantly running through the house like Stephanie's like, "Will you relax?" I'm like, "I'm gonna fuck all these flies up."
They're like, where'd you get that strap?
Right.
He has like a fucking
Dude, they have
flips it over the fucking shoulder.
they have some with like full on laser sights, and
Oh,
you
wow.
flip the fucking laser thing down, and you turn it on, and it has like a beam,
Yeah.
so you know exactly where it's going. So that's my. I don't have a Nerf gun, but that's my way of like getting it out.
I think the theme of this has been though, you know, like and here I am, you know, 23 years old, and and you realize, you know what I mean, like.
He did the math correctly because he has a calculator.
Did I?
Wait.
I have
no,
no
I don't
idea.
even
I
think
have
that's
no
correct because
idea,
it said
dude.
96.
He was
no
born
idea.
in 86, 87.
I was born in 87,
Okay.
so I'm
But he's-
33. So here I am. I'm 33 years old,
It sounded good.
I'm
and
32.
I'm playing fucking with Nerf guns and shit. And you know what, dude? No apologies. Like it's a fucking blast, man.
Oh,
Can
live
I,
your life.
can I get to my question?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. Please.
It'll keep us on the right track.
Yeah, it's along the same vein. I'm
Okay.
sure.
So, what would you consider your best and worst trait as a young kid? Because I already picture little pyro,
Uh huh.
little fucking
Okay,
Scrapper.
I got you.
scrapper over here. So wild kid.
I think my best trait was like I was loyal as fuck to like my family and my friends.
Yeah.
Like to me, that probably was my best trait. Like no one would fucking like. There was many times when someone would try, and like we'd all like that's how we got down. Like hell no, you know what I mean? Not with this crew. You know what I mean? My boy Kendall, me and him was like, nah, no one fucks with us.
Your boy Kendall?
Yeah, my best friend.
It was Ken and Kendall.
Ken and Kendall. Yeah.
Right.
Holy shit, that's a reality TV show.
Yeah, dude.
Key
write that down. Write that down.
You can't write this shit. You know what I mean? Like that was the vibe, man.
All right.
And definitely, and I'd say my worst trait. Worst trait's a little tougher. I think like looking at it now, my worst trait was kind of like being okay to just do some reckless shit. Like and like so speaking of Kendall, man, like there was a time where like we would, wrestling was big. We were kids. And we were like wrestling in the pool or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a like DDP," you know what I mean? Which is like, "Oh, you got to go down and they flip you over." But
it's good that there was a D in front of that.
Yeah, 2 Ds. Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's
take it easy, dude.
Well,
Fucking
it's
kids.
2021. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so I'm down. You know what I mean? And like it's like supposed to do that.
Well, no,
damn it.
it's good because there's only 2 of you, so you can't really.
Yeah. Well, okay. Anyway, I'm about to die. Like I'm in the pool. I'm about to fucking die, dude.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I'm like fucking hitting him, and he thinks I'm fucking around like we're wrestling, dude. Like putting on a show. Nah, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I am literally like, fucking.
I'm dying.
Yeah. And then finally, like I get up. I remember, like I couldn't even be mad. Like I just go to the fucking side of the pool, and I'm like. All right, do it again, but do it. You know what I mean? Like, get it right this time.
Yeah.
Because fuck it. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, Willie will tell you too, man. Willie knows, dude. Me and Willie, like, dude, we did a lot of fucking things that, like I said, if I had a kid, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Okay, things I can't say on here. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, like nothing like soup. Because I know some other people, and I'm like, whoa, different world, But man, we used to just like it was just we were reckless as fuck.
Yeah.
And a part of me, like I guess I think it's a bad trait to have done so, but I also think it's a good thing that I did it, and I can identify that it was a bad thing to do. You know what I mean? I didn't like continue. We weren't like killing animals and shit like that. Yeah. We weren't that vibe. You know what I mean?
Squirrels and shit.
Yeah. I mean, like I've shot squirrels before. My family lives in Wisconsin, son. Okay, we shoot the fuck at chipmunks, I believe. No, not squirrels, only chipmunks. That's what they say. Shoot the chippies.
Chippies.
Yeah, that sounds like a racial thing, doesn't it?
Yeah,
fucking chippies.
Travis?
All right. So I guess my best trait would be that I kind of found a way to get along with everyone. So the neighborhood that I grew up in and like went to school in, like you kind of had to learn to like be cool with everybody, and I feel like that's my best trait. And it's definitely something that's carried on throughout my life. It's like I can find common ground with almost everybody and we can be like friendly. And I feel like because of that, like it's helped me a lot in my life. And that's something that I learned early on. It's like I can be friends with everybody because I can, relate to everybody. And my worst trait, I don't know. I think it probably comes from being like the oldest in my household as far as like kids go. It's like I could find myself being kind of like controlling. And it was only because I was trying to look out and protect everybody. And, for a long time, it was just my mom and my 2 brothers and me. And so like I was quote unquote the man of the house. And that wasn't necessarily like, a title that was like given to me. I just kind of took that on, but as, being the oldest, I just wanted to make sure I took care of everybody. But I feel like some of that kind of came across as like being controlling, and like I wanted to control my brother's actions and like, like guide them in my mind. But, how it came across was like I'm trying to make them live their lives how I wanted them to, and I feel like I learned, kind of early on that, wasn't the way to do it. And I backed off, but for sure, like early on that was probably like a problem, like one of my worst traits, I would say. So,
yeah. And I think my best trait, I think is similar to yours, where I grew up in an area that was diverse.
Yeah.
Like there was Mexican, white, black, lower class people. And at that point, we were all the same people. We lived in the same place.
Right.
So I grew up like having friends of just everything, just
Yeah.
very diverse.
Yeah.
Getting along with everybody, appreciating everybody, and then as I get older,
Yeah.
appreciating like women, like
Mhm.
every color.
Yeah.
Like it didn't really matter, right? It was just
Your people.
I was diverse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I appreciate that now
Yeah.
because now is a time also to just appreciate that diversity.
Right. For sure.
But I think getting along with everybody, understand, and Ken knows, I like if you don't like me, it's not because of me.
Yeah.
It's probably because of something you don't like about me.
Right.
It's not necessary. So I typically, like you, find common ground with people.
Yeah.
So I would say my best trait was that.
Yeah.
Now, my worst trait growing up as a kid was probably I was very aggressive.
Yeah.
When my dad died, I was extremely like aggressive. I
Yeah.
was very physical,
Yeah.
very demanding of what I wanted from you.
Yeah.
You didn't give it to me. I was very like, I'd let you know, like, hey, you're fucking, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Right.
Very, very aggressive. And even like, and that's why probably why me and my brother fought a lot.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best brother
Mm.
in the world. So I wasn't like trying to protect him for his own sake or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was all like just being protective of myself and,
Yeah.
and being aggressive I always protected my friends,
Mm-hmm.
but I was always at the same time like aggressive with them too.
Yeah.
So I think even growing up, I found myself like thinking back, like, why the fuck was I like that?
Mm.
But I would say, yeah. So I was kind of like that. I played both sides.
Yeah.
And so I have good friends from when I was young
Mm-hmm.
who know I love them,
Yeah.
but they also went through that period of time where I was extremely aggressive and
Yeah.
an asshole too.
Right.
And I came out the other side, hopefully.
For sure.
thankfully.
No.
Yeah, I think you're one of the nicest guys I know.
Yeah, I came
To be
out the other
honest.
side for sure.
Yeah. And that's all you can hope for.
I think you are. If I can,
Yeah,
break
please.
you down, in my opinion, a little bit. I do think you are very like, hey, this is what I expect, right? Which I think is I think is a good trait. You
It's
know what I mean?
admirable
Like
for sure.
like, hey, look, this is what we're doing, and this is what I'm asking of you. Then I expect that to be done, and
Yeah.
I think it's fair to
Yeah.
ask of it.
Right.
A lot of times I even kind of try to model myself after that. Like, you know what? No, fuck that. If this is they say, oh, well, I'll just say it. Like, there's a time that I came here and I was like, totally didn't have anything together, all fucked up. And then you let me know it without letting me know it. But I knew it immediately. Like, oh yeah, no. And I think that's a trait of mine is like, I can read. I think it's frustrating when somebody can't read something. Like it's fucking obvious. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
like
Why-
this guy,
why don't you
this
understand?
guy
God, do we know?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and people are sitting there like, "Ugh," and I'm like, no, dude, like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker is mad at me.
Yeah.
Like I fucking get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, like, and then, but see, and the thing about me is this. Like, I don't like letting people I give a fuck about down. Like, to me, I don't give a fuck about many people, but if I care about you and I know I have failed you or let you down or something, I am like, yep, got it. Fuck that. I will work on it. You know what I mean? I will take the time and I will invest that because I hate that.
Mm.
Like, there's like work. People get let down. Okay, fuck it. Whatever. I don't like to fail at work. I don't like to fail
in
in general, right? It's not a thing I like to do, but failure is essential to life, I think, right? You're going to. But now, if I fail somebody that I know I had every resource I needed and everything I needed to do something, someone in my personal world, then I fucked up. When that happens, I get real like, nah, dude, not again. You know what I mean? And even if I don't come as prepared as I can be, I come and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do something. You know what I mean? Like I put thought in. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna walk in like, oh, I don't give a fuck. No, like, so I think that's a good thing that you have about you. And then I also know, like I see. I can see that you could have been like aggressive. You know what I mean? Like I could get that. And I think at some point, like I probably got aggressive too. But I think it benefited you. Like I do. I think
It honestly made me who I am today.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to like scenarios, I'm way more compassionate because I know the opposite of that.
Right.
I'm way more accepting because I
Yeah.
know the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Like before, I would like because I was aggressive. I can turn the other cheek now, because it's like I know what the other side is, and I'm well prepared. Like you want to go full on, like we'll go.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. Like
Yeah.
none of that mattered to me growing up. I didn't give a shit about anything.
Yeah.
But now that I came out the other side, it's like I know, like, yeah, you want to dispute, like we're gonna meet on business terms, and okay, I know what the ugly side is.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd say even then, even if someone wanted, let's say something like that, and somebody wanted to dispute something with you, I imagine like you'd probably come out on top anyway because you know your shit,
Yeah,
right? And so like the situation I'm talking about, I understood then like, no, he's right, and that's the thing. I think it takes a lot from somebody to understand. Like, if you're in a world where like your friends and things like that, and a friend of yours or someone you care for, say Smoking Hot Stephanie's telling you something, Smoking Hot Crystal's telling you something, you know what I mean? You know that those people care about you, and so I think then you have to take that and you have to look at it and say,
Yeah.
all right,
You can't just brush it off.
yeah, you have to really look and think, okay,
Yeah.
and so I think. Like I said, when you're telling me something, I'm like, yeah, you fucked up. And I think it's foolish to argue that, right?
Yeah.
Like to try to like, oh, no, man. When you fuck up, you got to just sit there and say, all right, that's
You
what
gotta
it
own
is.
it.
You got to own that shit. Say, fuck, because that's the quest to getting better in life, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can't do that, then you stay stuck in the same point.
Yeah.
What fucking good is that?
yeah,
Right.
and plus on top of that, because I know the outlash that I can have,
Mm-hmm.
and to have the reserve that I have now, if you see me mad, it's only because I trust you enough to show you.
Yeah.
In even if it's passive aggressive,
Yeah.
it won't happen twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's only happened once with you.
Yeah.
Ever. You know, it's
Yeah.
like a one-time deal,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I know passive aggressive is not the way to go, but when you don't want to go full out,
Aggressive.
sometimes that's
Yeah.
the way, right?
And so
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
Yeah.
aggressive.
I think when
Mhm.
people understand, like, so, like, okay, like you understand, like you can get there. Me too. Like I was. This is my whole world. My whole life was fucking aggressive shit.
Yeah.
And so knowing that and knowing that I could go there, I typically am like, okay, I'm gonna take a passive aggressive approach, or I'm gonna fucking walk away. I'm gonna leave, or I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I gotta do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see me lose my shit.
Yeah.
Because me losing my shit's a bad vibe.
All right. Right.
So even if we take like at work, like, most of the time I just walk over, I go in there, hey James, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about some shit.
Yeah.
I air it the fuck out and I'm good, right?
Yeah.
And I've learned though, like you just said, passive aggressive is like a way where like it's kind of opening a door to the next level of it. You
Well,
know what I mean?
it's
Like,
okay in doses.
well, it depends on who you're dealing with. Because I
Yeah.
could be passive aggressive and you keep pushing me, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like that's just fucking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't live there, but you can display it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a warning sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's on you to then, it's like a rattlesnake. You hear that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Back the
It's-
fuck up.
it's the rattle.
Yeah, you know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
You better back up.
Yep.
Or yeah, you get fucking I'm a strike.
No,
Yep.
exactly.
For sure.
So, you know, and so I think I think it's a good thing sometimes to be able to do that. I
Yeah.
do. I think it's a good thing to take a passive aggressive approach.
Yeah.
But like you said, don't live there.
Yeah.
Right? Don't make that your everyday.
Or start a fight club and just never live there.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
We're still trying to start that.
Yeah, dude. Like
Mhm.
sincerely, I'm telling you, like my boys got this place, man. I feel like it was like a semi-fight club, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like we go to work all fucked up. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I know a lot of the fights that I've been in, like afterwards, you come out like you're friends. You hug it out. You got your shit out of the way, and like now you can be good.
I'm trying to think. Like, have I ever had that? No, I don't think so.
I can think of like 3 or 4 distinct instances
Maybe.
where
I
it's
might
like,
have.
Well, I've let friends fight.
Yeah.
Like some of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
They're arguing, and I'm like, hey, this is boiling over for weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Let's get it out.
Go outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna take care of you guys. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna get ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But go ahead and throw
Yeah.
hands.
Figure it out. Yeah.
And I had one of my friends didn't know what was going on, so he
Yeah.
came out. My friends are fighting,
Yeah.
like full on fist fighting,
Yeah.
and he was like freaking out. I was like,
Just let them do it.
relax,
Yeah.
let them go, because at the end of the day, it's like sometimes again, men need to be primal. They need
Well,
to solve some of these things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and move past it.
Right. And
You
that
know?
and
I'm
it
not
genuinely
opposed to it.
does. Like it genuinely, like at least in my experience, it genuinely does get all that shit out of the way. And like Smoking Hot Stephanie's definitely never seen that side of me. She knows it's there. Like, she's very aware, and she knows like a lot of my past and stuff. And so like she understands that it happens. And I've told her like, I never want you to have to see that side of me, but ultimately that's a part of me, and that's a part of like us as men. Like, you know, that's kind of in our wiring. And as much as society, you know, wants to suppress that, and I'm not saying that necessarily a bad thing, like we should try to progress. Ultimately, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be a part of our nature. Like that primal part of us as men is never going to go away. And so sometimes, you know, that's what it takes to get it out. Fucking let it happen.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like I've had friendly fights with people, like, you know, and I think even sometimes there's some underlying things there, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then
if you can't talk about it, fight about it.
But once we do, it's like, all right, now yeah, we're good. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just that's the end of the road. Like,
and the beautiful thing is, there's no winner. Like, you may have
there's a winner.
No.
You both win in the sense. I get what you're saying. You both win in the sense that like you can move past.
You
it
got
now.
it out, but
there's a winner.
But then
the other one's like,
no, there's clearly someone who landed with punches. And shit.
You want to fucking do it again?
But they also don't feel that great about themselves either at the end of it,
right?
You know, because that still was your friend.
Yeah.
You know, so like, one of my point is that there's no winner. So at the end, you just hope that you got everything out.
Right.
You can move past it. You can put it to bed.
Yeah.
And you know, that's like you said, primal. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's very primal.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, in like the 3 or 4 instances that I can clearly recall, there was never any residual like, oh no, we didn't finish it. Like after it was done. It was squashed. Whatever it was all done, and now we can move past it. And if some other shit develops afterwards, it definitely wasn't anything that happened up until that point. Because up until that point, what we just handled, it's handled now. So like, if some other shit arises, we'll deal with it as it comes. But in my experience, like that's usually the end of it, and then after that, we're good, and you know, we're able to communicate. We understand.
So like I mentioned earlier, I used to live with a couple of my friends, and I remember like James and I would go out, we go to like a brewery, and I'd call them on the way home.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, I'm gonna kick you guys' ass when I get home. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up when I get home.
Like, you're the angry stepdad.
Yeah, and they're fucking trash too. So they're like, you fucking bring it. And I'd walk it through the door. I mean, like, I'd walk through the door, and it's like fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, we would fucking go.
I hear like music in the
dude.
Yeah,
like
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Like fucking.
We would fucking just fight, and like, and then like we'd wake up the next day, and like, I'd be like, where are these fucking bruises come from? Yeah. Like, I don't remember this shit.
Rug burn.
And then my friend had a girlfriend, and she would be like, let me tell you guys what you did last night. Right?
She's the black box.
And she'd be like, we were so, like, I was so afraid. Like, you guys were really fucking going at it. And then we're all like, don't tell us about it.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Right.
It's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, whatever it was.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
And so in that regard, I get it. But we were fucking trash, dude. You know what I mean? And obviously I Ubered home. So, Dad, don't worry. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I
imagine the Uber.
Oh, God. Have you guys ever been an Uber trash?
Imagine the Uber driver when he heard you say, hey, when I get home, I'm whooping your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up.
He's like domestic violence.
He's talking to my wife. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, he's gonna beat her ass. Yeah. I would never hit a woman ever in my fucking life. I've had a situation once. I got in a fight at a bar. I fucked this dude up. And he's with some chicks, and so he's down on the ground, and I'm about to fucking I'm like when you get me there, like, all right, let's go there. You know what I mean? And that's a shit thing, but like I wanted to. But I'm about to, but the bouncer grabs me, fucking holds my arms down, manhandled me, I guess. You know what I mean? But he like grabs me and he picks me up too. Yeah. And I'm not a little guy, dude. He picks me up and he's like telling me like, you're good. I just don't keep it going. I know it wasn't you who started. You're fine. And while he's holding me, like 4 or 5 girls run up and start punching me in the fucking face, right? And I'm like, the fuck is this? You know? And so he's trying to grab them, so he lets me go. And there's no part of me that like I'm not gonna hit these chicks, but these chicks are fucking like I'm defenseless, just getting punched in the face.
Right.
I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, your man's got fucked up. You know what I mean? But my homeboy's girl was there, and she jumped down. She was like, "You bitches want?" And they were like, "No, thank you." And that was it.
You know what? It's funny. I'm not even for like. Say you're like a 6'5" dude. And you cock back and slap a fucking 5'9" dude. Like, And you know where I'm going with this one.
Oh,
If you're 6'4" and you just fucking bitch slap a dude, it's like hitting a girl. Like what's he gonna do to you?
well, if you didn't know that that's what you were walking into.
You can see the wind up.
No, but okay, no. I'm saying from the other dude that slapped the dude, right? Like, especially if this dude's out there acting a fool.
Yeah.
Hey, and then the fucked up thing is then somebody got to come protect you. I'd be damned the day like some other man had to come and be like, "You leave my fucking friend alone." You know what I mean? Like while I'm over here outside
Well, it was a
crying,
slap, right? It could have been a punch. Could have been worse.
It was a slap.
It was
It was a
a
slap.
I'm saying. It
was a
could have
slap.
been. It could have been worse.
No, yeah, it could have been.
Yes,
But it's just
yeah.
like the dude knew. Don't need to punch you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
slap you in your fucking face.
Right,
I would
so-
feel so disrespected if a man slapped me in the fucking face.
You'd rather be knocked
back
out?
through tables and shit.
You'd rather be just knocked out.
Yeah, you punch me.
I'd rather be punched.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah.
you be punched me and just fucking drop me and let's
Yeah.
call it a day.
Yeah.
Not especially in front of a shit ton of
bunch of
people.
people. Yeah.
You know, last episode when I was like, "Your mom's not appalled,"
Yeah.
I was appalled.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna give it a little more. James and I walk up into this and I'm like, what happened? Oh my God. Right? And then I feel bad. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mm,
I'm like, hey, you leave him the fuck alone, dude.
that's how it happens
Yeah.
sometimes.
But no, but that's the thing too. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, I just sit here and say this, man. Like, it's a primal thing, and it is. But I'm glad that it is. Like, I'm glad that I have that instilled in me, or for whatever reason. Because I and I always look at it like this. Like, if I'm out with my chick, and some dude comes up and just like fucking, like, nope. I'm not gonna be like, please stop it, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, no, fuck that, dude.
Hey,
you know what I
buddy.
mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm never like gonna push for violence. Like, I would literally, even in a situation, I'm like, hey, man, chill the fuck out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to take it there, then all right. Then that's
Yeah.
where we're gonna go.
Right.
However, fuck you. You're not fucking when this shit stops.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
And that's it.
Well,
Right.
I mean, like you said earlier, it's about finding out where you stand.
Yeah.
Like you're not made of glass. Like at
Right.
the end, you're like,
Right.
hey,
Whether you come
I
out
did my
on top
shit.
or not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you stand the fuck up for something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's certain things in the world I think you got to stand up for, or you'll fall for everything, and
Yeah.
then fuck that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
And
You
then-
gotta. Yeah.
it
You gotta
would-
check them sometimes.
yeah.
It takes a lot to push me there, but like if you fuck with someone I care, like if someone came up here and started fucking with me, fine.
Yeah.
But if someone came and fucked with you,
Yeah.
nah, not okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
immediately with you, well, he's covered.
I got this, kid. But thank you.
Well,
Kid
hey,
want
hey,
to
hey.
fall back.
Well, he's like the leader of the Myrmidons. Like he'll
So
he'll do-
Achilles.
No,
Yeah.
Leonidas.
no, you're like the leader of the.
Achilles is the leader of the Myrmidons.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My
He
bad.
just
my
gave
bad.
it up.
Troy. Yeah. Yeah.
I am the
My
man.
No, you're not. But,
I'm
but
not-
you're the other homeboy.
I'm not the other guy that comes back crying. But sir, he fucking
Patroclus is dead.
He wore your
Yeah,
armor.
Yeah, no, that's you.
Nah,
Yeah.
son. Nah, son. I'll be the fucking other dude with the
I'm
hammer.
Achilles. All I'm saying is stand your ground, find out what you're made of.
I'll be Odysseus or the dude with the hammer or somebody else, son. Fuck you, dude. Nope.
Hector.
you be Hector.
I'm down to be Hector. Hector stood up for his shit.
Hey, he
I ain't
did.
mad at
He
that.
I'm
did.
Achilles.
He
But you know
did.
what? The
We just
downside
signaled
is
that
the
shit.
downside is
I
fuck you,
died.
dude. Nah.
We both die.
No, but you not by your hand. Right?
I don't die
Nope.
by your hand either.
No. Hector died from Achilles.
Yeah.
Achilles whooped the shit out of that dude. Right?
I got
So
killed by
next
I got
movie
killed by
review.
Prince.
Yeah,
Watching
yeah.
Troy for the next movie review.
I got killed by Prince. Yeah,
I can't say it on the
people
air.
remember my name. All
Purple rain.
right, let's get into our truth. We're fucking falling off the rail right
Drop that Prince.
All right, man. I'm gonna jump in. Let me jump in. Oh, go ahead. You
now.
want to go?
No, go ahead.
All right, man. My truth is this: a lot of times, a lot of episodes, I've sat here and I've said, appreciate what you have in front of you. You know what I mean, and those kind of things.
I threw my pin.
Yeah, I threw. We threw all the
I'm
pins.
looking for my pin.
I got a pen right here.
I got one. I got one.
Okay, but anyway, so I always say that, man, and I realized this past couple days, man, like it's easier said than done sometimes, man. I think the goal is to appreciate what you have in front of you. But I think the reality is sometimes until something happens or something's taken away from you or something like that, it's hard to appreciate and understand really what you have in front of you. You know what I mean? And to understand the value that it carries to you. So even if that's like you take a job and you think, oh, whatever, like this job's cool, I'm glad it pays the bills and everything. But you probably like, I'm fucking sick of coming here or whatever. And then one day you get fired or, whatever happens. Or you leave and you go to another job, and then you realize, like, damn, I had a lot of good things going on there that I couldn't have appreciated while they were in front of me. And so I guess for me, man, my truth, what I'm trying to get into is just sometimes you got to go through some hardship. You got to understand. You got to go through that to understand the value of something right in front of you. You know, as much as I talk about, hey, you have to appreciate these things. Sometimes I think it's a little more, you know, like we have this podcast here and like I can appreciate that. However, I think I would appreciate it so much more if tomorrow was like, yeah, we're fucking done, you know? And yeah, so, you know, that's where I'm at. And I just think understanding that I've grown a lot of appreciation for a lot of things. So a few things in particular over the last few days and I don't want to fuck that up. You know what I mean? So there you go.
Yeah. And I'll jump into mine. Mine is going to be, you know, I think on this podcast, we joke a lot. And it's because we come from diversity where we're not really rooted in any kind of hatred or there's nothing malicious about what we're saying. We want to be funny. We want to touch on subjects that even hurt us. You know, like we touch on things that hurt us as like a half Mexican and a diverse white guy and a fucking zebra. Like no, in all honesty, in all honesty, we're diluted in some way, right? From what we are. And I just want to say this. You know, and I'm not doing this to be politically correct. I just want to say to the Asian community, with things that have happened this week, this is America. Like, and unfortunately, you know, it's an ugly world out there, and we make jokes and things are taken, you know, they may be taken out of context, but my point is that I just hope that whatever we bring to the table is not adding to that negative side of it, but more the positive side to where, like, you can enjoy what we're doing here and not take offense to it, because we don't mean any malicious intent behind it. We come from a place where we are just trying to entertain and not even so much, we're not trying desperately to entertain. We're just speaking.
Yeah, we're not shock value.
Yeah, we're not shock value. We're just speaking freely. And I just want, like, some of our listeners to understand, like, and some of our friends and followers and supporters to understand, like, hey, like right now in America, we're in a bad spot for certain demographics and certain races and certain ethnicities, and my heart goes out to the people who are affected by some of these things. But I mean, I just want to acknowledge them.
Yeah,
and that's one of the biggest things, you know. I just want them to understand that what we do here is strictly who we are. We sit at a table, we talk, and we are diverse enough to understand the ups and downs of race and everything like that. And we don't say anything to hurt anybody's feelings, but we're just here. Like, yeah. I mean, right. I can't overly apologize for what we're doing because I also enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, for the people who are affected, and shout out. Our condolences go out to the people that are affected by some of those tragedies that are happening. And on top of that, some of the awareness that's going on with the Asian community, with some of the violence that spiked during COVID because of political reasons. I mean, that's a terrible thing. That there's no way around acknowledging that. So yeah. I just want you guys to know that we are aware of it.
Yeah.
As a podcast and as a group of people who understand the impact of racial and ethnic biases, but I just want you guys to understand that we understand it, and we appreciate you guys, and we have certain Asian listeners that we care about. So yeah. I just want to say we're with you on that.
Yeah.
Let me say something on that real quick, man. So one of my best friends growing up is an Asian dude, right? And so I got real kind of like. Before that, I didn't know a whole lot, and so that's fair, right? But I will say this, man. First off, shit that's going on is fucked up. It's bullshit. And the way people act is stupid. Like, like to go out there and be like, oh, fucking COVID, and that's so fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous from the start. But here, what we do is like, man, we're gonna talk shit about everything, like, right? And to me, that if you want to talk about equality, that's the definition of it. Like, I'm not gonna pick on one group in particular, because that would be bullshit. If I'm gonna say something, I treat everyone the same, and then to me, that is equality. And I think that's our vibe here. You know what I mean? So, it's definitely never, like James said, nothing malicious ever. It's always in good humor. And I think the world could benefit from getting back to good humor. You know what I mean? Like, and stop, like as we said on last episode, you cancel everything, man. We don't live in Pleasantville. So to James' point again, this is the world we live in. It's fucked up. And not to make light of it at all, but just to say it's fucked up. I think we stand with you anyway. But you know, we're gonna talk shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm trying to say that in a nice way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But
for
yeah.
sure.
Just want to get that out there.
For sure. Yeah. And obviously, I'm just going to echo the same sentiments. Like, my condolences go out to everyone who's affected. And if anything, this most recent, tragedies brought awareness to the fact that, like, that there's definitely been more awareness brought to the discrimination that goes against Black people, and definitely not enough, in my opinion. Like, there's still a lot that needs to change, but there's a lot that needs to change in terms of like Asian discrimination as well. Like, it's kind of one of the things that is almost borderline still okay to be racist and make fun of, but it shouldn't be that way. Like, there are people too, they have their own rich cultural heritages, and like
probably one of the richest.
yeah, and so, like, to me, it's like it's unforgivable, the shit that's happened, obviously. And so my condolences go out to everyone affected by this, and to make it very clear, like, we stand with you, and I feel like that's where we're all at with this. So
Absolutely.
so and then moving on, just my truth is a little bit lighter hearted, but I just want to say, like, when you're going throughout your day to day, and like, maybe at your work or whatever it is that you're doing, something that kind of stood out to me over the last week is like, the details are the thing, right? So like, when you're in the middle of stuff, it's kind of easy, or like, you get into this habit of just dismissing all the little stuff that goes along with it. And for me, it's like those little things are what adds up and makes the difference. And so if you're trying to excel at your job and stuff, like those little things, those extra things that you can do, and, maybe you don't feel like are that important, if you do those things, like, it'll make all the difference in the world when you're trying to progress and become better and like self-improve. And so it's like, pay attention to those little details, because ultimately, like, the details are the thing. Those are the things that make up what you're trying to accomplish as a whole, and it's only going to help you progress in the long run. It's going to take a little extra effort, a little extra time, but by doing those things, it's going to make the difference. And whether you see it or not, if you reach out and you take the initiative, or you communicate, like, the people on the other end are going to recognize and notice that, even though it may not be a big deal to you, the fact that you like gave somebody a heads up on something, it's going to make a difference to them, and they're going to remember that about you. So that's my truth, is the details are the thing.
What a stud.
Yeah,
What a stud.
And I wanna just say, you couldn't be more true. You know what I mean? And in all facets of life, I think details are the thing. If you take that little extra step that a lot of people won't do, you'll stand out.
Set yourself apart.
Well, and,
Exactly.
and you shift your focus from labor to the details,
Mm-hmm.
and it just benefits you so much more.
Right, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
For
yeah.
sure.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
He's the fucking man. He's
Stop
fucking
it.
Have my
Tommy.
job.
He's Tommy
Take my
Shelby.
job.
Stop it.
I'm over here fucking. Apparently, he's just a fucking crybaby guy. But whatever.
You're a gypsy. You're a fucking gypsy.
I'd be a fucking gypsy.
Yeah.
They're savages, dude. I'd be Abenaki Gold, son.
Aberama ding
Aberama?
dong. Aberama ding dong.
I don't know what the fuck his name was, dude.
Well, he's dead.
Spoiler alert.
Welcome it. Okay.
Welcome to the Peaky fucking blinders.
The Peaky fucking
The
blinders.
Peaky fucking blinders. Anyways,
Anyway.
On
make
that
sure, make sure you guys are going to subscribe to the Instagram. Make sure you guys are following us on YouTube.
And TikTok, man. TikTok has been blowing
Make sure you follow us on TikTok.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everything. Like we said, 50th episode milestone for us, and we have had a great whiskey tonight.
Oh,
So make
man.
sure you guys are checking out Whiskey
Yeah,
Time.
dude, we're almost We almost killed the bottle again.
I don't want to stop, honestly.
I don't either.
We need to kill this bottle.
Can we?
We gotta be responsible.
Yeah, I'm in.
We gotta be responsible.
Shut up.
It's
Yeah,
almost
no.
done.
We're done.
We're done. We're not
Yeah,
gonna
we're not
drink
gonna drink
anymore.
that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't dare.
Uh-huh.
And the rest of them on the wall.
You'll definitely see that bottle next episode, right there on the shelf.
We need to have like another whiskey day, like a whiskey Wednesday or something, to get ready for Thursday
That's
or
what
something
it
where we
is.
It's a
drink whiskey.
brainstorm day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we appreciate everybody listening, and make sure you guys are following us on social media.
Yeah.
We're doing our best. We had a great month last month, and we're on pace for another month. So thank you guys. That's all you guys.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us. I mean, we're great, but
We're gonna do the same thing we've been doing. It's up to you though to share it, like, comment,
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, these guys said it all. The only thing I want to say is, okay, bye.